Hi, it's Sam here on another episode of Ask AJ, and something we get asked a lot is what should I, as in the owner of the house, do before a photo shoot? So obviously we have our fantastic client executives who are Tess and Hannah, and they come along and they bring a few accessories and they make your house look amazing. But what if you're not going on the market with Ashdown Jones? Shock horror. Or what if you just want to make sure that you're helping us by doing a few things before the photo shoot. So I've got a few ideas for you just to give you a few tips so that you can make your house look beautiful before we even arrive. Okay, I'm going to work through my list. First of all, tidy sides are really useful for us. So in the kitchen, if you can get it as clear as possible, tables, sideboards, bedside tables, all those kind of things, it really helps us if you can just tidy the sides. Even just pop it into drawers or something for now, and then we can put our extra accessories out on the sides, and then there'll be more of a focus on the sides for the photos. Next is laundry. It's really helpful to us if you don't have like a clothes horse up or something, or maybe laundry on radiators or laundry out in the, maybe not in this weather because it is pouring down again today in not so sunny Windermere. But if you've got laundry on the line outside, it's really helpful for us if you just take it down or take it in beforehand. Bookshelves. Bookshelves are something we find very time consuming to tidy on the actual photo shoot. So if you can tidy a bookshelf in advance of us coming, that is really helpful. And what I suggest you do is, as long as all the books are upright and not kind of leaning over, that looks really tidy, and maybe nothing on top of the books. And sometimes what happens is if you've got, say, 6 bookshelves and they're all about half full, they all start to look a bit messy with books leaning over left and right. If you can just make those 3 packed bookshelves and then 3 empty shelves, you could then put maybe some ornaments in the shelves in between, and that can look nice too. Cars off the drive is really helpful to us because the photographer will want to stand way back and get a really nice front shot of your house. So if your car isn't on the drive, that is really helpful to us, so we don't end up, doing that butterflies thing where everybody has to move their cars before the photo shoot starts. And if you can maybe make sure there's some kind of flowering plants, maybe by the front door or around your patio, that's really nice. Sometimes we end up moving quite a lot of pots outside to make sure patios look nice and colourful, or the front door has a couple of nice pots next to it. And so if you can do that in advance, that's even better for us. It might be a trip to the garden centre, I don't know, depending on how green your fingers are. Mine definitely are not. Check all your light bulbs as well, particularly lights, for example, next to your bedside tables or on your bedside tables, because if you've got matching lamps there, which is always nice, sometimes what happens is either one bulb is out or one bulb is a complete different wattage to the other, and it's very obvious on a photograph. Now, of course, we can change that afterwards in post-editing, but that just takes a lot of time, and it means that the photographer is spending time on changing things that we could easily change beforehand, so that he's got more time to spend the time on the things that matter on your photographic shoot. What else do we have? Fireplace. You've got a fireplace. Now, if it's in the summer, although summer is arguably not the right word to use about the weather at the moment, but if it is in the middle of the summer and you don't want to light your fire, completely understand that. There's 2 things we can do. Either we can just scrunch up some newspaper, light it and take the photograph quickly, so that your log burning stove or your open fire looks like it's in use and it looks nice and cosy. Or we can actually, if you line the grate with some foil, you can fill the grate full of candles, nice big chunky church candles, and light all those, and that gives a really nice glow as well. Also true for reviewing, that one as well, a little tip there. And the last one is any candles really, or tea lights. What we are specialists in, you may have noticed, is our lovely twilight images, and the girls really like to take some of those photographs outside in the garden. They'll try and dress a patio with maybe a throw, some tea lights or candles. Now, we do bring some along, but if you've got any of your own, or any of those pretty fairy lights that you can drape over your patio or terrace areas, then that will save us a lot of time, and the overall effect afterwards will be much better. So that's a few tips to help you make sure that your house is photograph ready or Ashdown Jones ready. If you've got any questions at all, we'd love to hear from you and give you our best advice, even if you're not selling with Ashdown Jones. So 015394 88811 is our number here, or you can get any of us here at team@ashdownjones.co.uk. And if you've got a question for the next Ask AJ, then we'd love to hear from you too. Just shoot us an email, drop us a line, and we'll make sure that we include your question in another episode of Ask AJ. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.